I'm a pretty basic fellow. There's clearly nothing exciting going on here, and I don't really keep up with the trends. I like to listen to my Walkman, head to my local Blockbuster, grab my N64 controller, throw on my fanny pack, and head to the local rink for some good old fun. So when the trend of, oh my god, I love Avocado Toast was going on, I clearly missed out because I live under a rock. But I'm hip to it now, so let's make some avocado toast together, shall we? Can't make avocado toast without some really good toast, and I'm going to attach the recipe below for this white bread. I've used it before, I highly recommend it. I'm using instant yeast. We'll throw in our sugar, a little bit of water, give it a good mix up until it looks like this gross murky pond water but smells delicious. Now we'll add in our butter, milk, and salt. Now we will slowly mix in our bread flour. You definitely don't want to do it all at once. You could do it in thirds or in halves just to kind of get it incorporated, then mix it up and then throw in the rest like you see here. It'll be very, very wet and then it'll kind of come together shaggy like this. Once it does is when you can work it out onto your surface and kind of mix it up until it forms more of a dough and kind of a ball here. It's not going to be together at first, and just mix it up to get it into one cohesive dough ball. If you need more flour, just sprinkle it on here. All in all, it doesn't take long at all, about 10 minutes to get into the shape, kind of develop that gluten, and that is good to go. Now we're going to spray a little bit of oil into a bowl and let our dough rest here. It will look like this beforehand. Cover it with a towel. It is good to go. Give it a thumbs up. Give it a nice hug for its trip off into napping land. About an hour. We want to let it proof until it doubles in size. Once it wakes up, unveil it, and it will look like this. Again, we want it to about double in size. And once it does, we can flour our work surface and our rolling pin, and this will be super soft, super spongy. You just want to kind of press it down with your hands to get some of the excess air out. Then grab your rolling pin to get it really thin and worked out into a rectangular oval kind of shape. I'm going for a half loaf kind of shape. Again, this is a half recipe of this bread recipe. I probably should have mentioned that before, because I want these little kind of toast rounds. I don't want full slices of bread. I want like kind of half rounds. So that's why I'm going for this shape. I'm going to spray my pan with oil, put it in there, cover it with a towel again to let it proof for another half hour. After it does, it will look nice and puffy just like this. Then it is ready for a 350-degree oven. If you're doing a regular size, it's going to take about 35 to 45 minutes. This little guy only took about 20 to 25 minutes. You can temp it at about 190, 195 if you want, but I mean 20, 25 minutes for a half batch, 35 to 45, you're good to go. You can kind of smell it and see the texture. While it's still hot, you can spread some butter on it or hit it with a little bit of oil spray like I did. Then once it's cooled down a little bit, take it out of the pan, cut off a little piece. You can see it's so spongy, so soft. The outside has the perfect texture, but the inside is nice and spongy, and that makes for a happy slice of bread. So now I'm going to start cutting this in slices. Again, because I did a half batch and this is a shorter loaf, exactly how I want it. I want nice, thick little pieces of avocado toast, so this way I can get in some variety and eat them all without wanting to burst. Classic episode. Now we're going to bake these bad boys off. We're going to throw them onto a sheet lined with aluminum foil, giving them space in between them. This is going to be a 350-degree oven. Won't take long at all for these bad boys, maybe 6 or 7 minutes, wouldn't walk too far away. I'm going to drizzle a little bit of olive oil over top, then I'm going to hit them with black pepper and a good pinch of salt over top. And again, we're just going to toast these off just to get that nice texture on the outside, heat these bad boys up. Nice crispy crust on the outside, still super soft in the middle. You can see here it's nicely toasted. It has exactly what we want here. It's still soft to the touch, and these are going to be the perfect canvas for our avocado toast. Speaking of which, here's our avocado. And like anything in the kitchen, you want to be safe and knowledgeable, so we are going to cut this in a circular motion, break it in half, to which we will expose this pit in the middle. Getting this out, I like to use a pot holder to protect my hand and just whack my knife right into the middle of it, and it will come right out. Then using the same pot holder to remove the stem carefully. You could also use a kitchen towel, but that is a safe way to get the stem out. Then we'll grab a spoon to get the avocado out of its shell here and put it right into this bowl. This is going to be our Tex-Mex avocado toast, so I'm going to season it with salt and pepper, then take a lime wedge and squeeze it over top for the acidity and the flavor. Then I'm going to throw in some tomatoes and a little bit of cumin. Some people don't like cumin with avocado. I personally love it. Just a little bit goes a very long way. Then I'll throw in some cilantro and some red onion, and now I'm going to mash this up. It's kind of like a rough, quick guacamole, if you will. I'm just going to give it a quick mash so it's nice and chunky for our avocado toast that is nice and warm and toasted. Now I'm going to put a nice thick layer of our avocado mixture here onto the toast, and again, we're going with a Tex-Mex theme here, so the avocado has been mixed with those flavors. Then I'm going to throw in some black beans, some sliced jalapeno, and this is queso fresco. I also would recommend cotija cheese or maybe like a Oaxaca cheese, but anything that's kind of a good crumbly cheese like that. A little bit of cilantro over top, and if you don't have a piping bag, you can make one yourself with a little sandwich bag. Just cut the tip off. This is sour cream that I'm just going to garnish on top, and there you have it. This is our Tex-Mex avocado toast. Spoiler alert, this This one is packed with flavor, but literally you can customize these any way you want, so I'm going to continue doing that with a breakfast-style avocado toast. So we're going to throw some turkey bacon in a hot pan, get it nice and crispy, get a little quality check. Yes, it tastes good. Now we're going to do poached eggs. Throw a little bit of vinegar into your water and a little bit of salt as well. We don't want a full boil, just a nice simmer, and you want to really make your water in this circular motion. You could use a whisk or a spoon, and then just drop your eggs right into there. The key is to keep it spinning here. You want to just keep these moving in a circular motion so they get nice and dizzy. The circular motion is what's going to help them keep their shape here, and I only do it for about a minute because I like mine super runny. You could do it for a little bit longer if you want it to be poached, but for a nice poached egg, I would say no more than a minute if you want it to be nice and runny. So now we'll take more of our avocado, hit it with some lime juice, and this one we're just going to mash up, again with some salt and pepper. This one I'm going to get super smooth, so I just use my fork for a long time until it's almost like an avocado butter. We'll throw that on top of our toast, hit it with our poached egg, a little bit of our turkey bacon that is super crispy. Then I'm going to throw some sriracha on top. If you don't like it spicy, you can omit this, but any kind of hot sauce or sriracha just complements this perfectly. To me, this is the perfect breakfast that could be eaten any time of day. I mean, again, the avocado is like butter on this, the poached egg, the crispy bacon, a little bit of hot sauce, perfect avocado toast in my mind. We're going one more. Again, I'll show you. Cut it in circular motion, get your stem out, being safe with either a towel or a pot holder, also to remove it from the knife. And this one I'm not going to mash. I'm actually going to cut our avocado super thin, so you can just spoon it out onto your cutting board and then cut it in the desired thickness that you want. I want some nice thin slices here, as you can see. I personally love the texture of thinly sliced avocado, so we will throw that on our toast. We're going to hit it with a nice thin tomato slice, put the avocado over that. Then I'm going to go with some red onion. These have been shaved super thin, and then I actually threw them in some ice water. It kind of takes away some of the bite and just gives it a really nice texture. I recommend that you try it. Now we'll take a lime wedge and squeeze that over top, again for the flavor and acidity. Hit it with lots and lots of black pepper, a good sprinkle of salt, and then I'm going to drizzle over some good quality olive oil, and that is it. This one is so classic, kind of makes me think of a traditional avocado toast. So simple yet so good, and you're getting the gist of it here. These are all just suggestions. You can literally customize these any way you want with any ingredients that you like, and there you have it. For the cool ones, if you want to, chill them in the fridge for a little bit, that's one way to do it. With the hot poached egg, I like to serve that one hot, of course. But yeah, you're getting the variety here. You can literally serve these any way you want. I love this classic one. I love the breakfast one, the way that looks, and also the Southwest one. I can't wait to dig into that one, but hopefully this showcases that literally you can use these as a canvas to use whatever flavors that you like. But diving into these, I'm going to start with the breakfast one because I can't wait to pop this poached egg, and pop it I will. The yolk is going to explode and go everywhere. Sorry if that grosses you out, but it actually was wonderful, and it's kind of like its own sauce now that mixes super well with the sriracha. Personally, I love it. Diving into this Tex-Mex one, so much flavor. There's some spice, there's just so much flavor. That queso fresco goes perfectly with this. Here's our classic one. This one actually I thought would be a little bit boring, but it kind of in some weird ways was my favorite because it was just so simple yet so much flavor. I absolutely love this one. Again, use it however you want. You can see that I demolished these bad boys. Hopefully you will do the same. You're probably going to need some avocados, but beyond that, you could use whatever bread you want, whatever ingredients you want, and these will have you too saying, I love avocado toast.